Hello everyone, my name is SiahZ. Welcome back to the first sentence video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my weapon leveling farm. I just want to say that everybody has been leveling their weapons the wrong way. Today I'm going to be going over the correct way to actually level those weapons. It's going to result in more XP than what you guys are actually doing right now. It's going to be much more efficient, allowing you to get those weapons leveled up to max quicker and allow you to get that mastery XP to actually level up your mastery to get more mod slots, inventory slots, etc. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the guide. Now, before we get into the first part of this guide, I just want to say a huge thanks to Zero and Asunya for letting me know this new weapon leveling tech. I'll have Zero's stream linked in the description, so go ahead and check them out. Also, if you find any information throughout this video useful, you guys could consider hitting the like and subscribe button. That is basically the best way to support me at this current time, and it really helps with the YouTube algorithm to get the video out to more people. So let me basically go ahead and explain how the weapon proficiency XP system works in this game to give you guys a better understanding of what we're doing to actually achieve those insane numbers and why we're getting 3x more XP than you are. So basically the way the XP works is you're going to get XP no matter what you're doing. If you're killing enemies, doing missions, void intercept battles, whatever you're doing, you're going to get proficiency XP. Now, you're going to get proficiency XP for every weapon that you have on. Whatever's in your main hand, I think gets a little bit more XP. And then, the back two get passive XP, but I don't think they get as much as your main hand. When you're doing missions and stuff like that, and you're going through and you're completing, like I said, you're going to get XP for each individual weapon you have equipped, which is good, but the fact is it is pretty slow on the actual leveling and the amount of XP you get. So it does take a good amount of time to actually level that. Now, what you can do alternatively to increase that and get more is simply by equipping 3 of the same type of weapons. So if we're trying to target farm the Firefly here, I can simply equip 2 more Fireflies to a total of 3 and have each of them in each weapon slot. This way, whatever weapon I'm running, so for example, if I have this bottom Firefly in my main hand, I'm going to get main hand weapon for that, like weapon XP, and then I'm going to XP for the 2 offhand Fireflies that are actually not out, which means I'm getting XP for 3 different Firefly weapons, which they're obviously the same type of weapon, meaning they share the same proficiency. So each of them is going to get XP, which is going to boost that proficiency XP by like a lot, like 3x. It's going to give you an insane amount, and it really does speed up the process of actually leveling these. You're going to get so much more XP than normal. Like I said, I was getting anywhere from like 900,000 XP to 1 million proficiency XP per hour, which is absolutely insane. It's enough to level any gun within 30 minutes to an hour, and it is really quick and fast and simple to do the mission I was actually doing, which I'll go ahead and show in the second part. Now, alternatively, what you can do also to actually go ahead and increase the proficiency XP you're getting to make the farm even better and even quicker to hit that max proficiency level is over on your external components. You can actually look to see if you have any components with firearm proficiency gain modifiers. Now, if you have one like this glacial memory here, and you have all these with more gain modifiers, that means even more XP per completion, but we're already getting an insane amount of XP. This is not required, it's not needed, but it's still really nice if you do have it to throw it on to give you even more to speed up the farm and speed up the process of actually hitting max, so you guys can go do, whatever else you're trying to complete in the game. Now, there are a plethora of different ways of actually getting weapon proficiency XP, and that brings me to the second part of the guide, what I think are the best ways of actually getting that XP. Now, the first and most obvious way is by doing your special operations. Probably everybody's doing this, like your defense, like the Albion, not the Albion, but the Kingston, Sterile Land, stuff like that. Whatever special operations you have are really good because they spawn enemies, they're in a pretty high density, and they keep coming at you. But the downside to them is they take a while to complete, anywhere from 15-20 minutes to get to that first checkpoint to actually extract, or if you can keep going and pushing further. They don't drop items, they don't drop Kuiper, they don't drop mods, so you're only getting like gold, and some other stuff through it. They are good at getting your Empress material to actually crack open to get different stuff, but besides that, they're pretty dog. There's much better ways of actually getting proficiency weapon XP that actually beats this method out the water, but this is still a decent way of actually getting it. It just, like I said, takes a long time, and for the amount of time sunken into it, the XP isn't worthwhile in my opinion. So which brings me to the second thing, just the old-fashioned doing missions. Now, pretty much any mission you do is good if it's quick and fast to actually go ahead and complete, but there are missions that are better than the rest to actually go ahead and complete. Now, the first mission I'm going to be showing you guys is in White Knight Gulch, and that mission is actually called Fortress Outskirts. This is a really good mission. It takes about 5 minutes or so to complete. It is basically a defense capture mission. You got to go and capture 4 different points, make sure the enemies don't get on it to actually stop the capping percentage, kill the enemies, and then you basically deposit itself into a collector and you complete the mission. Like I said, it gives you a really good amount of weapon proficiency XP. It's pretty good and quick to complete. Plus, you get a lot of items, mods, and etc. Kuiper. So it is a really good thing to actually go ahead and do. But the one that actually beats this by miles and gives you a lot more materials, a lot more items, a lot more everything. But the downside to this mission I'm about to show you is you have to be in hard mode to actually make it worthwhile, because in hard mode, everything scales up to level 100. So this Fortress Outskirts is really good in normal, but if you have hard mode, you can easily go ahead and go to the Sterile Land and go ahead and complete the mission titled Anticipated Ambush Point. This is better than pretty much every other mission out there currently. You're going to get an insane amount of items, mods, Kuiper, and the weapon proficiency XP is actually insane. Like I said, doing this, I was getting anywhere from like 900,000 to a million XP per hour. You can complete this mission in 30 seconds or less, especially if you have a group, it's even faster. It's pretty easy to complete as well. I'm running it on a kind of jank bunny build right now for AoE, and I'm still able to clear it pretty quickly. So it is pretty easy to do if you actually have a okay build set up with AoE in mind for farming. Like I said, you guys doing this method is going to give you so much proficiency XP for your weapons. You're going to be able to level them insanely fast. So basically, to recap everything that we did for today, equipping 3 of the same weapons is going to give you 3 times more XP, because you're going to get XP sources for each individual weapon equipped. So 3 of the same ones gives you 3x XP because they all share the same proficiency modifier. And then on top of that, make sure you actually have your weapon proficiency XP gain for 30% more. And then for the cherry on top, you guys can look for external components with the firearm proficiency gain modifier to get even more proficiency XP, but that clearly is not needed because the amount of XP we're getting is absolutely ridiculous. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night depending on watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace.